Alright, welcome to my Marvel Rivals Season 8 early Devil Dinosaur gameplay. So here he is in all his Jurassic goodness. I love me some dinosaurs, so his difficulty is 3 out of 5. So he has KOs, block damage, and hero time. How about his prompt? Nice red and black, that's pretty sweet. His Lord icon, that's pretty cool too. I bet his animated ones. Oh man, that is awesome. Ferociously awesome. How about his cosmetics? So his default obviously is red and blue. And then his cheaper skin. Ugh. It's like a pinkish maroon purple with green scales. Nah, not a fan of that one. And then you can buy his Chrono Armor one, which looks really cool as well. His default MVP is him just sleeping. He wakes up. And he's mad. We got Wreck and Ruin. This is the Chrono MVP. The Devil Dinosaur. Alright, let's go take a peek and see how he performs. Here's his Aura Walk. Just like in Jurassic Park. Okay, so he's not that complex of a hero. Unlike the last 5,000 heroes we've had that have had a multitude of things to do. So his primary is called the Primal Bite. It says bite forward applies a bleed that deals continuous percentage damage. Okay, so very slow. Okay, so that bleed ticks quite a bit. So as soon as you hit him, their health bar turns red. That's the bleed effect. And it looks like you get bonus shield every time it ticks. So he starts at 850 health. And then he jumped to 870. And then it just keeps ticking up. That's pretty sweet. So how high can you get? 1050? Let's try that again. Yeah, 1050 seems max, at least with the R2. So L2 says Impact Beam. Unleash a devastating beam of energy that inflicts a bleed and slow. Knocks down airborne targets. Okay, so you do have to hold it. Just tapping it does nothing. He's got to charge it up. So it doesn't look like there was any critical damage, but again, it does bleed. And that gives you the bonus shield as well. That's pretty cool. So it says it knocks down flyers. Let's try that real quick. I wonder what the range is. Yep, he sure did get knocked down. Okay, let's see the range real quick. It didn't seem that far. Try 20 meters. Nope. 15? Yes. How about in between? No. Okay, right about there. So 16? 16 and a half? So not that far. Let's see if I can kill someone in one beam. No, so it's not that strong at all. Alright, how about L1? Savage Predation. It says dash and pounce on your prey with a vicious bite, applying bleed. So everything applies bleed. Holy smokes. If the target is already bleeding, clamp down before hurling them away. And then it says swirly control effect? What the heck does that mean? Alright, so here's what happens when you push it. Okay. So 10-second cooldown. Let's see how far you can go. I'm going to push it right here from 30 meters. Yeet! Okay, you go about 20 meters. That's not bad. Alright, let's see what happens if you land on somebody. Okay, so it looks like you have to be pretty close to him. Now that time I jumped over him and it counted. But if I jump near him, like in between, it doesn't hit. So as long as you jump over them, you'll bite someone. Yeah, see, it always grabs them right away. Now remember, it said if they're bleeding already, then you can pick them up. Let's hit them with the primary to make them bleed, and then hit it. And then he picks them up and throws it. So I can obviously move where I want him to throw them, but it just does that part automatically. So make them bleed, pick them up. Use it for mobility, obviously. Just yeet and get closer or in the back line. But ideally, you want to make sure they're bleeding first so you can carry them away. Pretty cool. 10-second cooldown, remember? Next up is R1, which is Frenzied Feast. Unleash a flurry of continuous bites, converting the damage dealt into bonus health. Deals extra damage against bleeding targets. So here's what it looks like. So 5. I counted 5, and there's an 8-second cooldown. So again, here's his primary. So slow. And then here's the Frenzied Feast. So it's essentially doing 5 primary attacks, but super speed. And apparently all the damage dealt is converted into bonus. Let's do it against a real target here. So we got to 985. Okay. But it says it does extra damage to those bleeding. So let's cause this guy to bleed and then do it. Okay. Alright. So let's try it against the big guy here. You shall not pass. So without bleeding, let's see how much it does. Okay, so not a lot. We make him bleed first and then do it. Okay, that was a substantial increase in damage. And look how much bonus health I got from that. Holy crap. How much bonus health we can get in total. That was 1100, 1200. Wow, that's a lot of health. Okay, so that's pretty good. And again, it's only on what, 8-second cooldown? Yeah. All right, last but not least, we have his square, which is the Buddy Barrier. Activate the heart-shaped generator to expand a spherical shield that blocks incoming damage. Enemies caught within are slowed. Okay, so it's a big shield. Was he really slowed there? He didn't look that slow to me. Yeah, I guess that other guy's going faster. So let's see what the cooldown is. 10 seconds. Okay. So that's a pretty good shield on a 10-second cooldown. Okay, so that's all his abilities, but he has 2 passives. So Apex Advantage, it says gain bonus health when you inflict bleeding and deal damage. We saw that a lot because everything he does pretty much inflicts bleeding. But of note, he also has Prehistoric Plating. It says take reduced damage from critical hits. That's headshots, of course. Immune to launch up and knockback, just like the Thing, and other displacement effects. Enemies and allies generate less ultimate ability energy when damaging or healing him. Okay, so you may be thinking, well, that's a little overpowered. He's CC immune, essentially. He's like Jeff, where he takes less critical damage, and he's got massive health with everything giving him overshield. Well, it's fair because his hitbox is the same, if not bigger, than Hulk in his ultimate form. Not to mention his head is triple the size of Jeff, so anyone can easily hit a headshot. So you're a walking target. So how about his ultimate? It says Devil Beast Rampage. Erupt in primal fury. Gain a massive movement speed boost while unleashing earth-shattering stomps that launch enemies and apply a bleed. Of course, another bleed. It says thunderous roars also emit sonic waves that slow enemies hit. Okay, so let's see the speed burst. Oh yeah, you are quite faster. So did you see that? They barely got launched up. Okay, so if you ult and you stand still, nothing happens. Nothing. I mean, you legit have to move. So it looks like ulting automatically takes you to 1150 health. Alright, let's do it from a lower health. I'm at 362. 662. So you get 300 bonus health immediately just for activating it. Okay, so you activate, and you just run into people. And it causes them to bleed. So on its own, it doesn't do that much damage. But when you start using your moves with it, then, let's see. Yeah, then it does a lot of damage. You can eat people, you can shoot your beam, you can do all your maneuvers while you're terrorizing the whole battlefield. So that's cool. Alright, hold on. Did that change my cooldowns too? Alright, let's see. Yeah, look, it refreshed my things. And look, you don't have a cooldown. Oh wait, yeah you do. But they're lower. They're like half cost. So basically, you want to just start spamming all your abilities. Because it shortens their cooldown. Let's see what it is. So this is down to 4 for L1. Yeah, that's a 4-second cooldown. Whereas normally, remember, it is how much? 10. So it goes from 10 to 4. And then how about R1? So that's 8. And that goes down to 1. Holy crap. So you can spam R1. Wow. And I don't think it affected your square, though. Let's try again. So we'll do the square. Alright, let's see if it refreshes it. No, it didn't. So it doesn't affect your square at all. Okay, so that's cool. And then lastly, he has a melee effect, and it's a behind you tail swipe. And you can hold it while you're normal attacking, and it does it automatically still. Like, it doesn't stop. You can see my tail still hitting him as I attack forward. That's cool. So
wow, 4 in a row.
Always hold your melee button, I guess, while you're attacking from the front, because you can also hit someone creeping behind you. So this is going to be a force to be reckoned with, I think. I think he's a great tank. So I think that's everything. Lots of health, a huge hitbox, a huge head. He's going to be an easy target, but I think he's got a lot going for him here that he's going to be a solid tank. We'll have to see how this season plays out, but I'm impressed. So there you go. That is the Devil Dinosaur. It's a dinosaur. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and a like is always appreciated.